Right. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Pamela Robinson from the Northern Territory. It's tempting to also mention, of course, local government is not recognised in the Constitution either, but I'd like to come back to this session also being about, for the association, what do we want? And I follow on both from my friend that I met last night from New South Wales and also the last question. I just do wonder, partly this is a weekday, so a lot of the younger people are at work. Secondly, I just think now that we need to think clearly as an organisation as to do we want to be out there making statements? I think we've got to be very clear. Are we an association that will take a stand and speak out, or are we an association of, as we are now? I do think that the foundation winners, which under the chairmanship of Hugh Morgan has been going for some years, and we've got some wonderful and stellar careers that are happening out of those award winners. It might be a nice time and a useful time, in fact, for the association to gather together those awardees at some special time to see where they've gone, to see what they say this association could do. Because we do have also some Order of Australia winners in sports and a whole lot of other things who are young people, and they're not necessarily here. But our foundation winners, they're really people who are going ahead in careers. Let's get them together and see what they think this association could do beyond their winning that.
Thank you. Let's take that as a statement.
Ray's remarks before morning tea referred to the power of one, perhaps unconsciously channeling Bryce Courtney, who lived and died here earlier this year. That led to Fred Hollows as an excellent example of how one person can make an incredible difference. In that vein, many of you will not know that there's a group of Canberra doctors and nurses led by Dr. Peter York who go into the outback 4 to 5 times a year at their own expense to undertake operations and healthcare amendments among our Indigenous brothers and sisters.
Don't just talk about what's happening, you know, feel involved and a bit responsible for how our system is working. You have a I'm not going to review what Alan has said. There's been so much this morning of placing the real issues before us in so many ways. There's one phrase that was used that absolutely jumped out at me. I nearly jumped up at the time. Dr. Sam referred to Australia, installed mediocrity. Didn't that really make an impression? Installed mediocrity. If he's right, as a young man in our community, it's happened on our watch. Have we become so prosperous that we've become comfortable and complacent? You can talk about that later. But
everyone can make a difference.